Hello there, and welcome to the Financial Wellness Center YouTube channel. We hope you're doing well, and we believe that your week is going down well, and definitely your day is going down well. So today on Tips Tuesday, we are going to discuss on the types of investors. We have two types of investors, and today we'll share with you the types of investors. So if you're just joining in our live chat right now, we encourage you to give us a thumbs up, share this live video, and of course ensure that your friends are tuned in. So as I said, there are two types of investors when it comes to investing, and most people really do not know the kind of investors they are, or if you ask them, what kind of an investor are you? Most people will not really tell you what they are. And before we get into that, to explain to you the type of investor so that you can know what kind of an investor you are, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank all our new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to our channel, and we really appreciate your support. So we all know what investing is about, or maybe I can just give us a small definition of what investing is. So investing is the act of putting money in a certain instrument or tool with the expectation that it's going to give you returns or profits at a future date. So we have all had people investing in real estate. We've seen people investing in money market funds. You've seen people investing in the stock market. We have seen people investing in businesses. You've seen people investing in commodities. You've seen people investing in anything that you put your money in with the expectation that it's going to give you more returns at a future date. You can also invest in education, or you can even invest in your health. So anything that you put your money in with the expectation that is going to get you more returns towards at a future date, we consider that as an investment. In our generation, or most of our parents, they invested in our education because they believed that it's going to give us returns when we grow up. And that, I believe, that is where this cliche came about, that education is the key. Now, I know most of us, we have had a different opinion of that cliche, but basically what our parents did when they invested in our education is because they wanted it to provide us with some returns at a future date. So investing is when you put your money in anything that you are looking forward to, that thing giving you more returns at a future date or at a future time. Now, there are various types of investing. You could investing does not necessarily mean you have to use money. Sometimes you can invest in other things, like you can invest in audience, you can invest in your brand, you can invest in in anything. You can even invest in your name, you can invest in your skills, you can invest in your talents. So basically anything that you're putting your energy and focus on so that you can get to have more money at the end of it is basically called an investment. So to those that are joining us, we really appreciate your presence, and we encourage you to keep on inviting more people so that we can discuss on the types of investors. There are two types of investors. The first type of investor is the growth investor. Now, when it comes to growth investing or growth investors, this is a type of investing whereby you invest with the aim of reselling that tool or instrument at a higher price in the future. I will repeat, the first type of investing is growth investing, and the people who invest in such, we refer to them as growth investors. Growth investing is whereby you invest with an aim of reselling that investment item at a higher price in the future. So examples of growth investing tools is like when you buy shares with an aim of reselling the shares at a higher price in the future. We refer to that as growth investing. Remember, still there are people who buy shares not for reselling but for passing them down to their children or to their grandchildren or to their generation. That is another type of investing. However, when it comes to growth investing, or if you are a growth investor, you are investing with the sole purpose of reselling the investment at a higher price in the future. Now, you might be asking, how will I know if I'm a growth investor? Or how will I know if the tool I'm using is for growth investing? It's very simple. For you to know if you are participating or whatever you are doing is growth investing, is you need to ask yourself, why am I investing in this tool? Why am I putting my money in this tool? Now, if your answer is for you to resell at a future date at a higher price, then what you are doing is you are doing growth investing. Now, most people tend to really confuse between growth investing and the other type of investing, and we shall maybe bring to light how you can differentiate both of them. So just 1 second. Yeah, so the second type of investing is value investing. From the name value investing is whereby you invest with the sole purpose of passing the investment down to your children, your grandchildren, your family, your generation. So value investing, you do not necessarily look into investing with with the goal of reselling, but you invest with the aim of passing the investment down to other people or to your generation. And that is where most of the time wealth accumulation comes in. Now, if you are a value investor, you are not driven with selling the item or the investment tool at a higher price. Rather, you are focused on building on something or building on wealth that you can pass on to your generation. Now, there are a lot of tools that people choose to invest in so that they can be able to pass down to their generations, such as it could be real estate, it could be business, it could also be stock markets, it can be anything that you believe that this can be passed down to your next generation, or to your children, or to your family, or to anyone. So the difference between growth investing and value investing is that when it comes to growth investing, your goal is to resell the tool at a higher price. On the other hand, when it comes to value investing, your goal is to pass it down to another generation. Now, a good example for value investing is where our grandparents, most of our grandparents, they bought land or huge chunks of land with a value investor's mindset. They bought real estate, or they bought land with the aim of passing it down to their children and grandchildren, especially when it comes to Africa. Therefore, you find that most people in Africa, they own land or real estate, not because they bought it, but because it was passed down to them. So what your grandparent did, he or she focused on value investing. However, with the current world, or the current era that we are in, most people are shifting to doing growth investing, whereby you are investing in a tool with the aim of reselling it at a higher price in the future so that you can make profits. Now, most people, they fall into scammers because they do not know what kind of investing or what type of investors they are. Therefore, you'll find yourself investing in a tool that is more profitable when it is invested in as a value investment instead of growth investment. What do I mean? What I mean is that you'll find somebody, they are buying, let's say, something like land. They are buying land in a very, very remote area. And when you ask this person, why are you buying this land in such a place? They'll tell you, I'm buying it with the aim of reselling it at a future date. And now you ask them, what is this future date? Like after how long? Then they'll tell you maybe after 5 years. And to be honest, when you view that land, or when you look at that land where it is located, it might take at least 20 years for that place to really develop and help this person sell the land at a higher price. Therefore, you find a lot of people getting discouraged. A lot of people tend to get demoralized because 5 years down the line, they cannot sell this property at a profit because the place is yet to develop. And when you look at the source of the frustration, is because they invested in that item or in that instrument with a growth investor's mindset, yet the tool was only good to invest in with the value investor's mindset. So you find a lot of people blaming the person who sold the land to them. They are blaming the companies that sold the investment tool to them, just because they were not, they did not know what kind of investors they are. So they ended up investing in the wrong thing, but with the right motive. So before you focus on investing in a certain tool, before you narrow down to investing to a certain tool, it is important for you to analyze and know what kind of an investor am I. And as I invest in this tool, or as I am investing in this instrument, what is my expectation? What am I looking forward to? Am I looking to sell it at a higher price, or am I investing so that I can be able to pass it down to my generation? With that, by doing that, or by being able to know what kind of an investor you are, by being able to realize the kind of investment that works for you at that time, you will be able to make the right investment choices. So I believe that is the end of our live broadcast today, and we hope you are going to benefit from knowing what kind of investor you are, and it will help you in making the decision on what kind of investment should be working for you at this time and based on your goals. So I can see there are some people who are just joining us. If you have any question, just feel free to ask right away, and we shall be more than happy to answer you, and of course share with you our ideas when it comes to investing. So keep your questions coming. Remember, we are discussing on types of investors or types of investing. As I said, there are two types of investing. The first one is growth investor, and the second one is value investing or being a value investor. Growth investing is whereby you invest with the aim of reselling the investment tools at a higher price in the future, while on the other hand, when it comes to value investing, you are investing with the aim of passing the investment tool down to your generation or your children or to your family. So when it comes to value investing, you don't invest with the aim of earning profit from the investment, but you're just investing for the sake of passing it down to your generations. So if you have any questions regarding investing, feel free to ask right now as we are about to end our session. So I believe most of us do not have questions as of now. However, if you get to have a question as you watch us later on, please feel free to leave your question in the comment section below, and we shall get back to you as soon as possible. So until then, we really want to thank you for joining us in our live session tonight. We really appreciate your time and your presence as we are going to get into our first day for our financial wellness WhatsApp class for the month of July. We really want to thank everyone that has enrolled for the class, and we cannot we are so excited to teach you in our WhatsApp class on money management, especially personal finance, debt management, and real estate investing and commercial paper investing. In case you'll be interested to join our WhatsApp class that is starting tonight, feel free to post in the comment section, or you can click, you can check in the comment section and send us an email, and we'll be able to advise you how you can register for our July WhatsApp class. So until then, stay safe and let's keep living financially healthy.